My guest today is composer and Disney legend Alan Menken, and we're talking about Arielle, the new live-action movie. There are 3 new songs in the film, and they blend in perfectly. How was the process of finding, writing, and placing them in the movie?
Well, the first thing that happens is, first of all, Rob Marshall, as a director, oh my God, what a blessing. And Rob and our writer, David McGee, I guess, sort of created a treatment for, and then a concept of which songs do we want to keep, which songs do we think I'd rather do something else. So that's in his purview. Then I'm invited in with my chosen collaborator, and in this case it was Lin-Manuel Miranda, which was such kismet because as a kid I knew about this little boy, Lin-Manuel Miranda, he was absolutely rabid about Little Mermaid, and here we are all these years later. And then we simply meet and say, okay, where are the moments that might be right on this? Rob Marshall was very strong in his contribution to that decision, which I loved. He really wants someone, a director with his abilities, that is, to really be strongly, and he was always open to collaboration, but he had a very, so smart about this. So he chose the 3 spots. One, when Prince Eric is told, you can't go back out there, it's too dangerous, and he goes, who is this girl, where are you? He's in love with the ocean, he's in love with the sea, and he's in love with this mysterious girl. And then the moment when Arielle is first on land, and having that experience, and she can't speak, but it's all being sung in her head. And then finally, this moment with the scuttle, which is sort of the stylistic surprise of the movie, because it really is very influenced by Lin's style, but yet it blends in wonderfully because it serves the character.
What about the old songs? Did you change anything?
Arrangements, sometimes a little structure. It'll be like an added section, and like in Poor Unfortunate Souls, we added a section and removed a little piece of it because we wanted to add something else. We want to keep the essence of what made this wonderful to begin with, but simply adding to them. First of all, you want to allow the new cast members or the new actors to to own the songs in their own way, to make it fresh because it's coming through a new Arielle, a new Sebastian, a new Prince Eric. So most of it, is in always wanting to make it fresh and wanting it to serve basically new treatment of what it's going to be.
You absolutely succeeded in that.
I'm very relieved about that.
Yeah, I think so. The animated film came out in 1989, and did the way you work on a soundtrack change over all these years?
That was my very, very first film score. I didn't know what I was doing. I was slightly terrified of the whole experience. And it was a very naive film score. Very simple, very naive, very Mickey Mousing, and I was afraid, this is so innocent and not sophisticated. And it turns out that was perfect. That people hung on to all the music from that. And now it's, it in a sense we're taking that like found art and embedding it in a live action film score in a much larger context, in a much realer context because it's live action.
That's wonderful. There's even a 4th song.
There was a 4th song.
That's not in the film
Correct.
right now.
Was it called
Why is that
Child? It was really good, and oh my God, Javier was so amazing on it. It just took up too much space in a moment that really just wanted to be a little bit of a scene. Those are tough decisions, and we make them all the time. And I want the song to be heard. I think, we all loved it. It's just our job always is to serve the greater whole, the dramatic arc. And sometimes you have to throw out, your favorite moments to make something better.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for the interview. I can't wait to see the film again, and can't wait to see many, many more soundtracks coming from you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate that.